Hi everyone, welcome back to another Make Up My Mind video. We're back, we're finally back. I had a little bit of a break for the last month, but we're back and that's the most important thing. But we're back with a little bit less of a bang now because I have a head on me that's as greasy as a 2-day-old bag of chips because I've got a coconut oil mask in my hair. This is what I like to do on a Sunday morning when I'm just chilling out, getting the cleaning done. I melt down a little bit of coconut oil in a bowl, throw it up in your hair, but be careful because it can get kind of hot. Just tie up your hair then and go about your day, and it's a really good way of just getting that extra bit of moisture in your hair and bits of shine and things like that. So that's why my hair looks as awful as it does. So what I'm going to be talking to you about today is foundation. As you all know, I'm a foundation freak. I love it. I love trying every single one of them, trying to find this holy grail foundation. But there is no such thing. There's no such thing as one holy grail foundation for everything. You could have 5 holy grails for different times of the year. During the summer, you're going to want something that's going to give your skin some luminosity. During the winter, you're going to want something that's a bit more matte. You might have one that's great for a night out, but it's awful during the day. You might have one that's amazing during the day, but it's far too light for a night out. So you'll probably have a few of them. And I wanted to talk to you about one today that I think is going to be really good for people who have good skin. If you're very, very dry or very, very oily, this may not be for you. You generally have to have kind of good skin, I found, to work with it, because while it does leave an absolutely gorgeous finish, sometimes it can kind of go either way. So while I do like this foundation, I'm in and out of love with it. We've got a bit of a love-hate, and that's okay, because I'm here to test it out for you, so you don't have to go and spend the money on it. The foundation that I'm talking about today is the Yves Saint Laurent. I'll see if I can focus that. It is the YSL Fusion Ink Foundation, also called Le Teint Encre du Pot. My French is terrible, don't mind that. And what this is, this had a real buzz about it when it came out a few years ago, and people in the beauty industry were really, really excited about it, and then it came out and everyone was like, oh my god, it's so amazing. And I was the exact same. I was like, this is it now, I'm never going to use any other foundation. But now that the dust has settled and the excitement has gone, it's a good foundation, but it's definitely not my favourite at the moment, only because it's expensive. It's €40 for a bottle, but look how beautiful it looks. It's so stunning. But the only thing is, again, as I said before, you would have to have kind of good skin to get away with wearing this. If you're very dry or very oily, it's not going to suit. So I'm going to put some on. I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I got on with it and the finishes and things like that, and you can make up your own mind. I made up my mind. So this shade, Yves Saint Laurent are known for really, really great products. They've got obviously the Touche Éclat, which is a cult product with everyone in the beauty industry all over the world. It's a highlighting kind of concealer. And then they've got the Le Teint Touche Éclat foundation, which is amazing. If you're a fan of the Rimmel Match Perfection foundation, the ones with the blue tops on them, they would be the budget brand of this. It's just up there. It gives your skin an amazing, fabulous, flawless finish. It's gorgeous. So this is one that came out a couple of years ago. This bottle is absolutely stunning. It's not a pump, which I always have a bit of a problem with, because I feel like there's going to be some left in the bottle that I'm just not going to be able to get out, especially with this, and you'll see why in a second. It's a glass bottle, so be careful in case you're going to drop it. It's probably going to smash, but it's got a dropper, and I don't mean like a squeezy dropper. If you can see this there, I'll see if you can. I'll try and focus in on that. The dropper for this, it's like the nib of a teeny tiny cartridge pen. It's absolutely stunning. I mean, when you get this, you feel like you're really after getting something special. So the shades that Yves Saint Laurent have, they have BR and BD. And the difference is, if you have a yellow undertone to your skin, so if you have sallow skin or like an olive colour skin, you need to go for shades that are BD. If you have pink skin, like myself, if pink undertones in your skin, you need to go for BR. So this is BR20. I believe there's a BR10 out there, but I can't be sure. But it's quite pale. It's pale enough for my skin. I could add a little bit of white to it, but I won't for now. So this is a really light base. It's got a really light finish to it, but it's buildable and it leaves a demi matte finish. So what that means is when you put this on, it's fluid when you put it on, but it turns into this beautiful velvet powder finish. It's not a full powder, but it just feels so soft on your skin when you touch it. It's absolutely fabulous. It's a kind of a your skin but better. It's not going to hide big spots or marks that you have on your skin. My skin, even though it looks a bit red and blotchy, at the moment my skin is going pretty well. I always have that bit of redness in my cheeks and my chin and things like that, but because it's not that dry, I'm using my rosehip oil at the moment once a week on my face to combat the dryness, and I don't have too many spots because I'm using my La Roche-Posay Efficardio Plus for my spots. So at the moment my skin is going pretty well, so I'm going to give you a demo with this. I'm going to put this on and hopefully show you what it looks like. If you have dry skin, it's going to stick to dry patches, and it's going to make, if you've like dry patches in your cheeks or something, it's going to make them look a bit scaly or a bit flaky, you know, the way these kind of things do it. And if you've got very oily skin, it's probably just going to slide right off. So you could use things like mattifying primers, you could use powders all over them, but generally, you know, if you've oily skin, go for something like the Revlon Color Stay for oily skin, and if you've dry skin, go for something that's a dewy finish, so it's going to kind of counteract that dryness that you've got. So what I'm going to do first is, I've only got my Naked Smoky palette now as a mirror because I'm fine with it, and I can't go out buying mirrors. You know, if you got one there, you just use it. So I'm using a bit of Benefit's The Porefessional, which I got for my birthday recently, and it's a primer, and it's just going to go on my face, and I'm only going to put it on, what half will I use? Yeah, I'll use this half. It's just going to give me a really good base to work with. It goes on, again, it feels like velvet, and it's just going to kind of fill in any pores that you have, any marks that you have, and it's just going to give you, you know, a really nice kind of a canvas to work on, rather than just putting it straight on your skin. So I'm just going to, oh, it smells, oh, it smells so good. So I'm just going to rub that in there. I'm going to give that a few seconds. I'm going to put this on with my Real Techniques sponge. I have all the different brushes that you have, like stippling brushes and buffing brushes and face brushes, and while they're really good, I've just found that this works for me. It's when I use the makeup that I'm using at the moment in the mornings, it just gives me a really even finish to it. I don't find that I've any kind of, you know, big fat bits of it here, and it's kind of rubbing off here, and I've got big patches, really obvious colour differentiations in my neck. I just find that this, for me, it goes on really well, and especially if like it's night, if you're going out for a nighttime, then you can really press your foundation into the skin, and it's going to help it stay for longer. So this for me is what I'm using at the moment. I love it, even though it's absolutely, like, there's a big hole in it now at the moment, but sure, I'll keep using it anyway. So I've just dampened this a little bit. I've just run some water over it and really squeezed it out. I'm going to give this a bit of a shake. Now, the people at East Saint Laurent have given you a video to actually show you how to put this on, and it's meant to be this little nibby part here at the end. You use that to put like a drop here and a drop here and one press here and a thing, but everyone knows themselves, you know, people who wear makeup generally know how much they need and where they need it. So I'm just going to put a sweep here and a sweep across my cheek, sweep down here, and the rest can go on my chin and on my nose. And that should be fine for the moment, but again, it's really buildable, so once you have a layer of this on, if you want to go over any other places, that's totally good. So I'm going to try and not get all this oily coconut oil in. So I'm just going to start patting this with my sponge. The good thing about this sponge is that it's got loads of different kind of corners and things like that, so you can move it around so you can get the best side to work for the edges of your face. So like when it comes to the inner corners and on my nose, I'll use the pointed end so I can get in and around without getting it all over the place. And when it comes to out here, I can just dab, dab, dab. Again, this is €40, so this does not come cheap. I only ever pick this up when I'm in the airport, because I can't be going to spend €40 on a foundation, especially when there are such good versions of most foundations in the supermarkets and in places like Boots and Debenhams and all those kind of places. You know, there's always a kind of a budget brand version of it, like a dupe out there somewhere. This is just one that I got for myself when I had a little bit of money left over from a holiday. So I'm going to pat that in. So this, if you have good skin, is just really going to make your skin look extra fabulous. Again, this is just a touch too dark. But you can see, even though this little mark here, even though I'm covering it over, it's not fully going away. Get all that on there. On the eye. Now, and they say that this is a 24-hour finish. I nearly believe it. When I wear this, you know, if I do wear this, if my skin is really well and I wear this going into work or into town or something like that, even though it feels so lightweight on your skin, it actually is really long lasting. It does stick well when you have it on, and you know, things like primers and setting powders are always going to help to keep it on for a little bit longer. Now, you wouldn't need too much powder on top of this, otherwise you're just going to look like you've caked yourself in flour, because it gives that almost powdery finish. That velvet. So I'm just using these edges now to get around my nose. So again, this comes in 16 shades, and you've got anything from the BR lines, which would be for rose, and then the BD lines, which would be for a sallow or an olive skin. So that's it. So it's on now. There you go. I don't know what you make of it yourselves, but you know, I feel like it gives a really nice glow, and it doesn't hide the natural colour of your skin. It doesn't make it look like you've just rolled a layer of paint over the top of it, which I really like, because if you have big problems with your skin, don't cover them with makeup. Go and try and fix the skin problem, and then, you know, get a makeup that can go with that. But makeup shouldn't be there to hide everything. It should just be there to enhance it. So just, foundation isn't there to change the colour of your face. It's just to give you an even skin tone. So that's why, you know, it's awful to see these young girls and they're going out and they just have these orange faces, and you just want to say to them, I know what you're trying to do, but it's just not working. So that's it. I'll give you a nice close up. So this side has no makeup on, and then this side is the side that has the makeup on. So I think it gives a nice finish. I'd be pretty happy with that. But again, 40 euro for a bottle, you'd want to be sure. So yeah, my love hate with this goes on. Today it's a love, tomorrow it could be a hate. But that's all the information that I had. So hopefully I'll have some more reviews coming up during the week, some more article type reviews. Give us a follow on Instagram as well. It's make_up_my_mind. We're over there, and give us a follow on YouTube as well, and I will see you guys soon. If there's anything that you would like a video done on, you know, coconut oil and all the many uses of coconut oil, leave some comments in the comments below and I'll get back about that. So yeah, have a great rest of your Sunday, and have a great